For millennia, people have gazed at the stars and wondered how it all began. Genesis opens with, "In the beginning God created the heavens and the earth." This ancient claim of a universe with a starting point stood alone for centuries, while science believed in an eternal cosmos. But in the last 100 years, science caught up. Astronomers discovered the universe is expanding, pointing to a beginning, the Big Bang. Suddenly, Genesis and modern cosmology seemed to echo each other, both declaring a definite beginning. This shared foundation bridges faith and science, suggesting they might be telling the same story in different languages. The universe bursting into existence from nothing is a concept both theologians and physicists now discuss, even if their explanations differ. As we compare Genesis and science, we'll see their parallels run deeper than a shared starting point. We'll explore the sequence of creation in Genesis and compare it to the scientific timeline. You may be surprised at how closely these narratives align. The real question isn't whether the universe had a beginning, but what or who caused it. Was it a random accident or a purposeful act of a creator? Let's explore this question with open minds and a sense of wonder. Could God have used the Big Bang as his tool? For centuries, faith and science seem to be at odds, but what if they're two perspectives on the same event? Imagine, the explosive birth of the universe wasn't random but intentional, guided by a creator who set the laws of physics in motion. The Big Bang could be more than just a scientific event. It might be the very method by which God brought the cosmos into existence. As we look deeper, we find that many scientists and theologians are asking the same question. Is it possible that the Big Bang is not a rival to faith but evidence of a grand design? If this idea made you think differently, like this video and share it with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe for more cosmic Christian content and ring the bell so you don't miss our next exploration. What should we explore next? Dark matter, angels, or time itself? Let us know in the comments. Genesis describes creation unfolding in 6 days, a sequence moving from chaos to order, emptiness to life. Day 1. God says, "Let there be light." Light, the foundation for all life, appears. Day 2. The sky forms, separating waters above and below, creating a stable atmosphere. Day 3. Dry land emerges, followed by the first plants and trees, setting the stage for all future life. Day 4. The sun, moon, and stars are set in place to mark time and seasons. Day 5. The seas and skies fill with living creatures, fish and birds. Day 6. Land animals appear, culminating in the creation of humanity, made in God's image. Each step builds on the last, moving from simple to complex. The sequence is logical: energy, environment, plant life, animal life, and finally, humans. After 6 days, God rests, setting a pattern of work and rest. Genesis offers a structured, orderly vision of creation, one that moves purposefully from nothing to a vibrant, living world. This framework invites us to compare its sequence with what science has discovered. Let's look closer at some of these details. Genesis says light was created on day 1, but the sun, moon, and stars appear only on day 4. How could there be light without the sun? For centuries, this puzzled readers and critics alike. Modern cosmology offers a surprising answer. After the Big Bang, the universe was filled with intense primordial light long before stars existed. This ancient "let there be light" matches what scientists call the cosmic microwave background, the afterglow of creation. Light truly existed before the sun. The Genesis sequence, light first, then stars, now aligns with scientific understanding. The author of Genesis, writing millennia ago, described a sequence that matches what we've only recently discovered. First, energy and light, then, as the universe cooled, matter formed and eventually clumped into stars. What once seemed a contradiction is now a point of harmony. Genesis isn't a simple folktale, it contains layers of truth that science is only now uncovering. This invites us to read the text with fresh eyes. The order of creation in Genesis may be more scientifically accurate than we ever imagined. Let's see how science describes the universe's beginning. The Big Bang Theory says the universe began about 13.8 billion years ago from a single, infinitely dense point, a singularity. Before this, there was no time, no space, no matter, nothing. In an instant, the universe expanded, not into space, but creating space itself. The early universe was a sea of pure energy and light, echoing Genesis's "let there be light." As it expanded and cooled, energy transformed into matter, first protons and neutrons, then simple atoms. For hundreds of thousands of years the universe was a glowing fog. Light existed, but stars had not yet formed. Eventually atoms formed and light could travel freely, creating the cosmic microwave background we detect today. Over millions of years, gravity pulled matter together, igniting the first stars and forming galaxies. The Big Bang provides a step-by-step account of how energy became the complex cosmos we see now. Science and Genesis both describe a universe that began in light and unfolded in stages. Let's see how ancient words echo these discoveries. The Bible describes God stretching out the heavens, a phrase found in Isaiah, Job, Psalms, and Jeremiah. For centuries this was seen as poetic, but today we know the universe is literally expanding, just as the Bible described. Edwin Hubble's discovery in the 1920s confirmed that galaxies are moving apart, supporting the Big Bang. How did ancient writers know this? They lived in a world that saw the heavens as static. The Bible also speaks of fixed laws of heaven and earth, hinting at the orderliness that makes science possible. This worldview, that the universe is rational and governed by laws, laid the foundation for scientific inquiry. The descriptions of a beginning, light before the sun, expanding heavens, and fixed laws all resonate with modern science. It's as if the Creator left clues in both scripture and nature. Studying the cosmos becomes a way of reading the same story in two languages. The heavens declare the glory of God, and science gives us a clearer view of that glory. Let's consider how the days of creation might fit with the scientific timeline. Are they literal days or something more? Let's explore. Genesis says creation happened in 6 days, but what does day mean? Some believe these are literal 24-hour days, making the earth only thousands of years old. Others note that the Hebrew word yom can mean a longer period, an era, or age. Genesis itself uses day flexibly, sometimes referring to the whole creation period. This day-age view allows the Genesis sequence to align with billions of years of cosmic history. Each day could represent a vast epic. Light, atmosphere, land, plants, animals, and humans, matching the fossil record. The narrative is told from the perspective of an observer on Earth, seeing light before the sun and the sky clearing over time. Whether days or eras, the message is the same. God created with order and purpose. This interpretation bridges faith and science, allowing both to enrich our understanding. Now let's compare the order of creation in Genesis and science. Set aside the debate over the length of days, look at the sequence of events in Genesis. Genesis, a beginning, light, atmosphere and oceans, dry land, plants, visible stars, sea creatures, birds, land animals, and finally, humans. Science, the Big Bang, primordial light, Earth's formation, atmosphere and oceans, continents, first plants, marine life, land animals, birds, and humans. The parallels are striking. Both accounts start with a beginning, light before the sun, water before land, life starting in the sea, and humanity last. The Genesis sequence, written thousands of years ago, matches the scientific timeline in remarkable ways. The Bible isn't a science textbook, but its order of creation aligns more closely with modern discoveries than chance would predict. This suggests the account is rooted in authentic cosmic history. The correspondence isn't perfect, but the broad agreement is hard to ignore. Genesis uses ancient language to communicate timeless truths. The sequence itself is a powerful point of harmony. Let's consider what this means for the question of chance versus design. Is our universe an accident or the result of purpose? Genesis and the Big Bang agree. The universe had a beginning. For centuries, only faith claimed this. Now science confirms it. If the universe began, it must have a cause. Something cannot come from nothing. Was it a random quantum event or something more? The universe is exquisitely fine-tuned for life. Change the strength of gravity or the mass of a proton, and life becomes impossible. This fine-tuning suggests design, not accident. The laws of physics seem calibrated for a life-permitting universe. This is the fine-tuning argument. The universe looks designed for a purpose. Genesis says, "In the beginning, God created," not a random event, but a deliberate act. Science reveals the how, faith reveals the why. The evidence for a beginning and for fine-tuning supports the biblical claim of a creator. The universe didn't just happen, it was willed into being. Let's see how this convergence invites us to explore the cosmos with new eyes. Genesis and the Big Bang aren't in conflict. They're two perspectives on the same grand story. Faith reveals the purpose. Science reveals the process. Science describes the brushstrokes. Faith describes the artist. If the Big Bang is God's "let there be light," the universe is filled with meaning. Every discovery, from expanding galaxies to subatomic particles, reveals the Creator's wisdom. Faith and science can work together, each deepening our wonder. We're invited to approach both scripture and nature with humility and curiosity. The more we learn about the universe, the more it points us toward its creator. Look up at the stars and ponder accident or design. As we explore the cosmos, we may find that science and faith together tell a unified story, one that leads us back to the one who spoke it all into existence.